Alright, this time we're going to do flags, and we're going to do the Japanese flag. I've loaded white on my sponge, and because I have a nice rectangular sponge, it's really easy to get that straight edge. So closing the eyes softly, we're just going to start coming across top of the face there. Oh, I need more paint on that, that's alright. So I'm using the sponge to create the shape of the flag, just patting gently away and then coming across underneath the eye to create that shape. Very still, good girl. Excellent. Good girl. Very good. That's the way. Nice and still. Nice and still, that's it. Now the other thing I love about this sponge is you don't have to be too fussy, because with a clean edge of the sponge you can just cut back into that design and neaten that up to give that a really brilliant straight edge. This is quite a simple and effective design to do, as we try and get that little nose bump straight. Good girl. Excellent. And there's the base done. Just a nice white triangle across the eyes. Closing the eyes one more time. I'm going to put the red in there, that's okay. Now with the sponge I tend to not put a lot of paint, especially on the eyes. So it's okay if it's a little bit translucent. If anything, that's what we're aiming for, so that it's comfortable to wear on the skin. Before we put the second colour on, we're going to dry it, because we're going to use a red, of course, for the dot in the middle of the flag. And if the colour white is still wet, of course we're going to end up with pink, which won't be the same thing at all. That's nice and cool, isn't it? Oh, very nice. We're going to now use the spouncer to do the dot. This is a really handy tool for all sorts of things, and we've loaded it in red paint. So once you've loaded the spouncer in your colour, what you do is you use just a little paper towel just to get the excess off. And just pat that for a moment, and now we're just going to press this, fingers crossed, into the middle. So now with a brush we're just going to very carefully do the round shape. Now that can be quite tricky because of the shape of the face, and different faces will be extra tricky depending on the nose. So just gently working away until you get a circle in the middle that you are happy with. Just to finish off your flag, what I sometimes like to do to get a really crisp edge is just draw an outline around it. It's not always necessary, but you might just find that you get just a bit of a sharper design that way. Just with the same paint that you've used on the sponge. Those noises from upstairs are quite disconcerting, aren't they? Very still, my lovely. A couple things to notice. Whenever I'm painting on the face, I always have my hand on top of the head. This is to keep the model steady, and what this does is it both helps your design look really good, and it also means there's no accidents when you're painting. What a pretty little Japanese flag. I don't think I've seen a prettier one ever.